This season, the shot is going international. Out of the thousands who applied, 7 Canadian and 7 American recording artists have been chosen to represent their country in North America's most intense virtual songwriting competition. Only 8 of these songwriters will make it to the solo rounds to showcase their own original music, and only 1 can be crowned the winner. Will it be a Canadian or an American that takes the top prize? 14 artists, 11 days, 1 amazing song. This is The Shot, Canada versus the USA. Good morning, artists. How you guys doing today? Woo!
Feeling good.
So good. Yes.
I like that reaction, that woo! That's awesome. A great way to start the day. All right. So let's get started. Not only did Jay leave us last week, but Carissa also has decided that her time on The Shot, Canada versus USA has come to an end.
The artist, this competition is fierce and it's intense, but we most definitely wish Carissa all the best. By the end of the day today, we will come out with our top 10. I can see some of you kind of doing the math. Yes, there are 12 of you right now, which means that today will be a double elimination.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Now, a double elimination means that only the group with today's favorite song will be safe. The other 2 groups will each separately meet with the judges and lose a member of their team by the end of today's show. The big question today, artists, is, will your fortune be in your favor?
That's a great segue, Sam. Artists, for today's task, we are bringing back another fan favorite from last season. In front of me.
Too fancy for you, CJ.
Oh.
We have fortune cookies.
I have 4 fortune cookies.
All right.
Before you select your fortune cookie, you must select your group leader for the day. That group leader will pick the fortune cookie that your group must use the fortune as a line in your song.
Okay.
We'll start with the team that may need a bit more luck after coming in on the bottom last week. Remember that you cannot have the same group leader in back-to-back tasks, and that the group leader does automatically put themselves on the chopping block should your group have either of the least favorite songs today. So with that, storytellers, who will be your group leader?
I'm happy to take on that risk if the other 2 are okay with that.
Fine with me. Got this, James.
Okay. Catalyst, who will be your group leader?
Well, it can't be me. So it's got to be Megan.
I went once before, so if someone else wants to try, I'm cool with that. If not, I'll do it. Whatever you guys want.
I can be.
Okay, cool.
Bobby, you are group leader for storytellers, and Can-Am.
Well, it can't be me.
That was my line. Okay.
It's just so good.
We rehearsed this.
Oh man. I've already been group leader once too, so if anyone else wants to try it before, otherwise I'm cool with being group leader again.
I can take the group lead because I love fortune cookies.
Evan is group
enough.
lead for Can-Am.
That's a good reason.
Okay. Well, ladies first. Bobby, would you like 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I'm gonna go with number 4.
Number 4. Your line is, others are anxious to get to know you better.
Perfect.
Not too bad.
I like that.
Mr. Downham.
We're number one. We're number one.
Your line is, keep an eye open for an opportunity.
Keep an eye. Can you repeat that for me?
Keep an eye open for an opportunity.
Perfect.
And Kevin, 2 or 3?
I think I'm going to go with number 3, please, CJ.
Your line is, a cheerful letter or message is on its way to you. A cheerful letter or message is on its way to you.
Are we allowed to edit the lines at all?
Nope.
Okay. Worth asking.
That's fair.
Joining CJ today to judge your finished product are resident judges Teresa Nasita, Kay Parker, and Josh Simons.
That's it. After all the twists and turns of last week, we thought we'd keep it easy for you.
So we can
This week.
we can write any kind of song as long as it includes that line.
As long as it includes that line.
Okay.
Are you guys all ready?
Yeah.
We're ready. Bring it on.
All right, you guys have just 6 hours to write and record your song. Good luck, artists, and hope your fortune is on your side. And your time starts now.
Thank
Go
you.
get them, Tigers. Good morning and good afternoon, judges.
Hello.
We have 3 groups that we will be seeing today. Their task today is to take a line, a fortune line that came literally out of fortune cookies this morning, and to incorporate that line into a brand new song. They've had 6 hours to write and collaborate. They will be presenting their songs to us, each group at a time. We will be then deciding which song is our favorite. The 2 groups that don't have the favorite song will each lose 1 member today. It is a double elimination. So, if we have the first group, let's get them. Catalyst, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Before chatting with you, I'd like you to meet resident judges Josh Simons, Teresa Nasita, and Kay Parker, who you know already. You know Josh already too, perhaps, but Kay's back again. I apologize in advance. Bobby, how did it go today?
Savage.
It went great, which is of course what we expected. Last week was our first time in this formation of Catalyst, and everyone then of course was kind and communicating and sharing ideas. But this week I think was actually even better, because now we're at the place where we're comfortable enough with each other to be more raw. And so we're not afraid to make mistakes. And so when we're suggesting things, we don't always have to go off camera to try it first. We're more open with each other and more willing to say, like, you know, I'm don't really love that line. I think we need to do more of this. And so I think it was more constructive, and maybe we came out with a stronger product than last time because of that rawness.
Great. Okay. Megan, how are
Yes.
you feeling about the competition so far?
I'm honestly having a really good time. I had no idea what I was in for, and now it sounds weird to say that I look forward to waking up at 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday. So I'm having a really good time, and I'm meeting some really great people, and it's been awesome.
Vinny, how about you?
Yeah, I've made sure I've been on time ever since I was an hour late. So it's been a lot of fun, and I'm loving this group I'm in right now.
Justin, does this feel different than last season?
It feels different for me because I feel like there's less anxiety on my end. I kind of am privy to the process. And yeah, I feel less on edge when I'm doing it, but enough anxiety to build urgency that's necessary to get the project done.
Fair enough. Bobby, if you can, remind me and tell the judges, what was your group's fortune today?
Fortune was others are anxious to get to know you better.
Others are anxious to get to know you better. I say that all the time. That's how everyone feels about me. All right, let's hear the song.
I'm so nervous.
I see it living in your head again. Your anxieties become your friend, and no, it's hard to find yourself in your own mind. I see you looking for a face you know. I know you do that when you feel alone, and it pays to lean right in. And I know just where you've been. Come on, let me show you. Others are anxious to get to know you better than maybe you'd like to show them. Open your heart, trust where you're going. So take a breath and slow it down. Plant your feet on solid ground. There's so much more good than your eyes see. Life gets weird with social anxiety. Can't control what other people say. You're a flower in your own bouquet. You don't need to conform. That's not what you were born for. If you had a little bravery, if you didn't try to people please, you could build your own empire. Ignite the flames of your inner fire. Others are anxious to get to know you better than maybe you'd like to show them. Just burn your boat and keep on going. Take a breath and slow it down. Plant your feet on solid ground. There's so much more good that your eyes see. Life gets weird with social anxiety. Take a step and don't look back. Doors will open on the path. There's so much more good than your eyes see. Life gets weird with social anxiety. Others are anxious to get to know you better than maybe you'd like to show them. Open your heart, trust where you're going. Others are anxious to get to know you better than maybe you'd like to show them. Just burn your boat and keep on going. Take a breath and slow it down. Plant your feet on solid ground. There's no much more good than your eyes see. Life gets weird with social anxiety. Take a breath and throw it down. Plant your feet on solid ground. There's so much more good than your eyes see. Life gets weird with social anxiety. Take a step and don't look back. Doors will open on the path. There's so much more good than your eyes see. Life gets weird with social anxiety. Life gets weird with social anxiety. Life gets weird with social anxiety.
Okay, I'll toss it over to the judges. And because it is her first time ever to give feedback as a judge, we're going to go to Teresa first.
That's me.
That's you.
All right. Okay. Great topic, obviously. We need that right now. So you're lucky you got that fortune cookie for sure. I thought it was great. I took a lot of notes. Da, 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 da. Is that pre-chorus or chorus?
Chorus.
Chorus. Okay. So at the beginning, I thought it was a pre-chorus.
Okay.
Then it became like really clear to me that it was a chorus. Only because I feel like musically, da da ba 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 da ba feels to me like a closure instead of an opener. If you had started with like a da da ba ba da 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 da, I feel like it would have pulled me in more. Where you started da da da, and I went, what was that? What? Like you didn't kind of like suck me in. So that was pretty much the only thing I kind of felt, I could change. Otherwise, catchy, pumping. I think it could be great either acoustically or poppy or, faster. And Justin, you did the vocals on that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So a lot of room for a lot of backgrounds and
for sure,
harmonies and stuff.
I did the production as well, and just we didn't really have a lot of time. There's so many things that I would have changed, and like there's like a few like pops and cracks that I would have adjusted, but
evolution of a song, I mean, you can't do that in one day, obviously, where it gets to finally, and then when you restart with it, I think it was a great skeleton, to be honest. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Josh.
All right, I'll start with the thing I like the most. I think structure-wise, well, I was going to say structure was really good until the outro, which I thought just kind of went on. The song probably went on an extra 15 to 20 seconds more than it needed to. But aside from that, I think the structure was good. I tend to agree with one of the things when I was sort of doing songwriting more full-time is we would debate and struggle with things like what Teresa was talking about, what note to start on, especially to sort of make it clear that something is a chorus. I thought it was on that point that it was fairly clear it was a chorus because the section before it sort of changed its feel up, although it was weird wherever the snare drum was placed was a bit awkward, and so the time signature felt a little bit screwy in that pre. I actually liked the pre-chorus, but the time signature, it didn't need to change. It didn't need to go to halftime or whatever you were going for. That didn't necessarily need to happen. I actually like the melody quite a lot, but with two comments. I don't think, Justin, you're the right singer for that particular melody. I just don't think it suited your voice type. The problem also, I don't know who worked on the lyrics, but shoehorning is something that, when you write a song, you try and stay away from. And shoehorning is this sort of idea of trying to get too many syllables to fit into a certain melody idea that you have in your head. And there was quite a lot of shoehorning going. And I mean, first and foremost, the word anxiety is not very easy to sing. So there's two ways that you get around that. You either look for alternative words and actually it takes longer to do this kind of songwriting, but sometimes longer words are better because you can draw them out. And so sentences actually become shorter, ironically, by using longer words. So that's just a tip. And so I would work on that. Or the other alternative is you don't work on the lyrics, but you find the right kind of voice that can pull it off with conviction. And I think we were missing that today.
Right. Catalyst. We'll see you in a short while.
We don't get any feedback from you?
Yeah.
Ciao for now.
Wow.
That's fine. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I like that though. Bum 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 bum.
Yeah, I thought the melodies were the best part about it, but as I said, it was way too wordy, and that's like for me, songwriting 101 mistakes.
The worst line was, "That's what you get with social anxiety."
Oh, I know that.
Life gets weird with social anxiety. All right, so we've got the next group. Let's have them. Pan Am. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Kevin, group
Hi.
leader. Well, first of all, for the four of you, reintroduce you to resident judges Josh Simons and Kay Parker. I'm so sorry. And additional resident judge Teresa Nasida.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Kevin, tell us about today.
Today was amazing. This group is honestly really incredible and some really cool minds that mesh really well together. I think all four of us have a very unique and modern sound, and today we just collaborated really well, and I'm really proud of this group, and I really We better win because nobody's going home from this group.
Asha, how are you feeling about the competition so far?
There's been some changes and they've shaken us up. Losing Carissa kind of shook me up, can't lie. Because she was such a sweet person and so awesome. So, but I love these guys. Honestly, everybody's so talented and it makes me feel really secure. And we seem to just like gel really well together. So yeah.
Adem, you feel the same?
Yeah, I would have to say the same thing. I mean, everyone just contributes something amazing, and it just keeps building up until we have the final song, and it's like, wow, we made a song, we produced it, and we're really happy with it. So yeah, I have nothing else to say but great things for these guys.
Yeah.
JSJ, how does this season compare to last season?
I'll say it before and I'll say it again. The fact that we have both the US and Canada in this competition is absolutely incredible. And the fact that I get to work with these people and just make more connections and more friendships and write even outside of the competition, it means the world. That's how it differs.
This group is very much still Can-Am with 2 Canadians and 2 Americans. I think it's fantastic. Kevin, remind me, and please tell the other judges what your fortune line was this morning.
Here we go. Our fortune today was a cheerful letter or message is on its way to you.
A cheerful letter or message is on its way to you. Well, let's see if the song is a cheerful message. Let's hear it.
I was excited to meet you, but your profile was sweeter than how you treated the waiter. No, I don't know you, no favors. Why is it always like this? Can't change a frog to a prince. I thought about our first kiss, then gave my mouth a caress. Eating leftover Chinese in bed, pretending that I hate you 'cause you left. It's easier than it is to forget. So I opened fortune cookies and wish they said a cheerful letter or message is on its way to you. Lucky numbers 11 and 2022. I got feelings left over, I'm feeling them for you. Why can't I just get lucky, lucky with you? Lucky with you. So I chill on my couch, can't figure anything out. I keep a draft of the text that I'll probably never send. You have so many flaws, so I just rattle them off like the crazy ex that I am. Eating leftover Chinese in bed, pretending that I hate you 'cause you left. It's easier than it is to forget. So I opened fortune cookies and wish they said a cheerful letter or message is on its way to you. Lucky numbers 11 and 2022. I got feelings left over, I'm feeling them for you. Why can't I just get lucky, lucky with you? Yeah, lucky with you. I'm over these leftovers in my bed, wishing you were here instead. A cheerful letter or message is on its way to you. Lucky numbers 11 and 2022. I got feelings left over, I'm feeling them for you. Why can't I just get lucky with you? A cheerful letter or message is on its way to you. Lucky numbers 11 and 20 get lucky with you.
Fun.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good
Great
job,
job,
y'all.
Adam.
ASJ, do you remember what my tell is from last season? When I lean back.
Yeah. What do you-
That's what
when there's no I only remember the awful ones. It's like when there's a thinking face or a lean into the camera, I go, oh God, he's contemplating something.
I'm gonna toss this over to the judges. I'm gonna go to Josh first.
Hey guys, well done. To me, this is the best original song I've heard on the shot this year. Stylistically, it's really weird. It kind of jumps around, but I actually found it to be fun in the same way that like Frank Ocean's music jumps around genre-wise. This was like, the chorus was kind of Bruno Mars-y, and then the verses were kind of like almost Amy Winehouse, but / Lana Del Rey, somewhere between those two. And so it jumps between like indie and pop. But again, I didn't really have a problem with that. And there's plenty of examples of artists who make that work, and songs that do a good job of that, exploration of genre. So for whatever that's worth, kudos on pulling that off. I don't really have too much else to say. I think you did a really good job and you just nailed that brief. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you
So much.
Risa.
Hi, guys. So the first thing I wrote was clever. So it was extremely clever. The way you kind of snuck those lyrics in was very clever. What I was a little confused about was when you said something about being a crazy ex. So were you dating this person before and then you let him go? It kind of made me wonder, right? But now you want him back? Is that how it goes?
So when we were the person in the song that we're singing about is kind of the person, he's the ex, but you're over him, but you have these leftover feelings. So it's this sense of like, okay, I think I want to get lucky with you. Maybe one more.
So I don't think it was like the storyline was clear from the beginning, and then I thought, oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so you nailed the melody line, like nailed it, and it's Tasha. Is that right?
Yeah. Hi.
Great job.
Thank you.
Great job on the vocals. I would listen to that. I could hear it on the radio. Like I think is really good.
Thank you.
On the point of the vocals quickly too, guys, I think this, even though obviously we know that these are demos and you've only had 6 hours to work on them, this is a classic example of it does pay to nail the vocal sound, even if you've only got 6 hours, because part of what
Absolutely.
I'm speaking on behalf of the judges here, but I know that they're going to agree with what I say.
Yeah.
Part of why we enjoyed that was it sounded like a proper take. It sounded like a proper delivery, and that helps sell the conviction of the song, which is ultimately what we're judging. So take that away as a big tip for future weeks.
I second that, like hands down.
Okay.
Amazing.
I just want to touch on the vocals as well, because as soon as I heard your voice, I had the biggest smile on my face, and the way you pronunciated everything, and you could hear the emotion in your voice, and it carried through the song. And as a listener, I want to feel like I can follow your story through the song. I want to feel the same emotions you're feeling. And the entire time I was like, I just kind of want to be lucky in love. I want to fall in love again. And it brought me all like these really good feelings that I had inside. And just like Teresa said, I could see myself playing that song over and over and over again. And it was such a feel-good song. And I haven't heard you sing before, and I am so blown away about how talented you are. And
thank you.
I am so impressed with everything. The song was fantastic. The only thing that I would say, if I was going to criticize anything at all, is that in the very beginning, when the backing vocals came, I just felt like it was a little too many of them, but that's just me being extremely picky. But you guys did an absolutely fabulous job. I was blown away.
The thing that anybody would know about me is I have a really great poker face. This, though, the risk of giving away too much, was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Not only is this the best song I've heard this season, I think it's one of the best songs I've heard over the last 2 seasons.
Wow.
The most important things, I always say this, the key to winning the shot and to being successful in this competition, all about choices. It's all choices. The choice to have Tasha sing this song was brilliant. And to know that and to know who is right to do which song puts your group ahead because you're making great choices. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much. I'm so proud of you guys. Great job.
The thing that I'll remind judges about is what's different this season is that group leaders are automatically on the chopping block if they have the least favorite song. The group leader then picks 2 other members of the group to come back in with them to see us. They're automatically at risk of being eliminated by virtue of being the group leader.
Yeah.
So that's an important thing to remember. All right, the last group. If we have them, let's go. Storytellers. Hi.
Hi.
Before we talk
Hello.
about this song, I'll reintroduce you to resident judge Josh Simons, resident judge Teresa Nisita, and I'm sorry to say that Kay's back too. For you guys. James, how did it go today?
Well, I think it went really well. I'm glad we picked the fortune cookie that we picked because I think it gave us some good inspiration. I mean, they're meant to give inspiration, but sometimes they can be really awkward and strange, and trying to put them into a song might be challenging, but I think this one worked really well. So I think we made like fairly quick work of it in terms of coming up with the concept and refining it. So I guess that's up to you guys, but I thought it went really well. It was really good to work with this group again this week to get into this song.
Danielle, how are you feeling about the competition so far?
Good. I don't know. I mean, all I know is the pocket that I'm in, the bubble I'm in. We don't get to hear other people's stuff. So I don't have I'm not afraid of anything. We're just doing our best. Like if I was hearing the competition, maybe I'd be like, oh my God, but I'm not. So all we have is each other to lean on and work with, which is lovely. So it's just been really fun,
Fair. Monizy, how about you?
I really enjoyed my last team. This new team, I think we're freaking great. Freaking because you can't swear. So I love it. I love the people I'm working with. I'm learning a lot of different, different talents that are just being highlighted by each person. And I really enjoy songwriting with them, and they're all just like straight to the point, trying to get it done. And
Cool. Okay. Ellie, how is this season different from last season?
Well, I think last season I was just like in my own head about everything. I don't remember like enjoying the process as much as I wanted to because I was so stressed all the time. So this season I'm trying to go into it just like taking each moment for what it is and trying to find out what each songwriter that I work with can do and really just this season, I think I'm a lot more grounded. I think that our group today was very thoughtful in our choices. And I hope you agree.
James, if you could remind me and tell the judges what your fortune was this morning.
So our fortune was keep an eye open for an opportunity.
Keep an eye open for an opportunity.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Woke up this sky's dark, it keeps pouring, just my luck. I feel so alone, lost in the middle, between what I know and what could be. Never thought I'd be here, gotta get back to me. In the back of my head, I hear the words my mama said. She said to me that you never know what is just around the corner. The story so far is not complete. You never know what is coming around the corner. Gotta keep your mind open and just believe. A smile behind sad eyes. Don't wanna fake it, don't wanna hide. Gonna find my silver lining. I'm gonna try. In the back of my head, I hear the words my mama said. She said to me that you never know what is coming around the corner. The story so far is not complete. Yeah, you never know what is coming around the corner. Gotta keep your mind open and just believe. Keep an eye open, keep an eye open for an opportunity. Cause you never know what is just around the corner. The story so far is not complete. You never know what is coming around the corner. Gotta keep your mind open and just believe. Yeah, you never know what is just around the corner. The story so far is not complete. Yeah, you never know what is coming around the corner. Gotta keep your mind open, keep your mind open. Just believe, just believe. Oh, 'cause you never know, you never know. Oh.
Storytellers. I don't do this very often.
Oh shit! Look at that! Yeah.
Only thing I didn't like. The only thing I didn't like was what I expect was a sampled percussion beat. I think it would have been more impactful with just the piano, my honest opinion. I think that there was more motion with just the keys. That said, I think it's a beautiful song. I think it may have actually been your redemption song.
We hope so.
To be honest. But that's just me. I'm going to throw it to everybody else, and I'm going to go to Josh first.
Yeah, well done, guys. So I think as CJ said, it was actually my number one note. I think the production distracted from an otherwise great song, specifically the drums in the chorus. They just didn't add anything. In fact, they actually took away. One other, just a couple of little songwriting notes that I would give, and please take this as constructive feedback. I think the chorus would have benefited from a suspended chord at the end to build some tension. Instead, you resolved it. And if I was going to go back and edit that song or work on it in a future date, that would be one of the first things I'd look at, is how to end the chorus with maybe a little bit more left in the air and mystery. I think it will complement everything. I thought the middle 8 was quite weak. It almost didn't need to be there. You could have gone from the end of the last chorus into that sort of stripped back lower register chorus and then just gone for the big outro. So I possibly would remove that sort of current middle 8 that you have. And the only other point I would make is that I think this would benefit from doing a proper vocal recording and a proper take. this sort of sounded like a demo take, and I appreciate that you've only had 6 hours, but it would definitely benefit from a proper performance, a little less reverb and a little more present. But aside from that, I think it was a great song, and that's what we're here to judge. So well done.
Great, thank you
so much.
Teresa?
Guys, okay, so I've got a lot of notes. My first one was the production.
Keep it short, T. Keep it short.
Yeah, keep doing it. The production was too much. The melody, the song was great. The melody was all over the place for me. I don't know if you guys have ever been in an improv class, a vocal improv class, but it kind of felt like when somebody's doing an improv class and they're trying to find all the notes in the key. It was like, it was like, oh, don't, no. Oh, okay, thank God. It was kind of like that. It had a little bit of a musical theater feel to me, which I'm not sure if you wanted that or not. Again, I didn't know where you were going with the melody line. It's got great bones, great song, but that's the criticism for me.
Okay.
I have to agree with Josh when he was talking about the percussion. I'm not going to be mean this time. It was a really beautiful song, and I really enjoyed the vocals. And I do agree with Teresa when she said the song has good bones.
Storytellers. Yeah. We'll see you later.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so
much. Guys, great job. Great job.
That vocal take sucked. It did suck. It was meandered. It meandered. It wasn't just the production that sucked. It was it meandered all over the place. The thing, like you said though, T, it did have good bones. I really truly believe that there is a song in there, but it wasn't captured or it wasn't presented as such today. And I think we communicated that. But I don't know.
To me, it sounded really whiny. It was like,
yeah.
And for me, like when I write, the vocals on a demo should be as plain as day.
Mm-hmm.
I know what
because then the magic happens.
Say, because we aren't supposed to judge a production, and I think the song that we heard last spoiled us, to be honest. Like, it was very well done.
Yeah, I mean, it was going to be hard for whatever we heard.
Whatever was going to come next could not compare.
But I mean, if I had to choose my favorites now,
I agree with that too. I still love this song though, and the vocal didn't bother me all that much. Judges, it seems like we have our favorite song of the day, which means the other two groups will be coming back in to see us, and each of them will lose a member of their group, as today is a double elimination. Each of the group leaders from the bottom two teams will choose two of the members of their group to bring back in, and those three artists will be considered for elimination. We're going to take a minute to confirm our thinking, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back, artists. Let's get right into it. Bobby, talk to me. How did things go in your group?
They went fantastic. I love my group. We have some great communication going on. We're not afraid to say, hey, change it up. I don't like that. Let's do something different. And that really keeps things flowing and helps us come up with something different than we would have on our own. So great people.
James, did your group resonate with your fortune?
Yeah, actually, I think right from the get-go, we just had a really good idea around what we were going to do with it. It was keep an eye open for an opportunity. And so that just, we just ran with that. It didn't seem like like we could all identify with that kind of sentiment. So it helped.
And Kevin, did you get any valuable feedback from the judges today at all?
I heard them tell us that we were amazing and wonderful. So that felt really good for us. Our team is really so awesome, and we worked really great together. And it's such a great experience to be able to meet these people from Canada and other parts of America. And we're all working together from so far apart. People are in snow. I'm in nice weather. This has just been such a wonderful day and a wonderful experience. And the judges' feedback was wonderful.
I love the positivity. Over to the judges for their thoughts and feedback. We're going to start with Teresa. How about you? How do you think the groups did today?
I think they put a lot of effort into it. I think that they came together. It seemed like they came together. They were all very happy with each other's work. Looked like a really great collaboration with a lot of them. Their energy was really, really great. Yeah, I think they did a great job.
Josh, do you think the groups did well given how little they had to work with?
I think the groups did a great job. It's a very abstract challenge, this one. Fortune cookies are vague at the best of times. And so to put together a song with a narrative is a challenge. And I think every group managed to tell a story, which is really impressive. There were definitely standouts, and we look forward to sharing them with you all in due course.
And Kay, was there a group that had, I don't know, that it was clear that they had their fortune shine upon them today?
As Josh pointed out, there was one group that really stood out that we all were completely blown away by. Saying this, I was super impressed by everyone and all the groups. I wasn't mean this time. And I know I saw how everybody worked so well together, and their music and the song that they made today showed it. So I'm super proud of everyone today. They did a really good job.
So Josh, I'm going to throw it back to you. Do me a favor and tell us which group had the winning song of the day.
All right. Can-Am. Well done. Congratulations.
All right.
Let's
Good
go.
job, guys.
Good job, guys.
A really, really impressive job. Very catchy, memorable song, and can't wait for the rest of the world to hear it.
Yay!
Thank you.
That
Good
means
job,
Can-Am,
team.
you are safe from elimination. Congratulations.
Oh, that is
Thank
so
you.
lovely. Nervous sweating for hours.
Well, Kevin, how does it feel to have the favorite song?
I knew it from the beginning. I knew it was going to happen all day. It feels really great. Thank you, judges, for recognizing that this is a really catchy tune, and it really is a unique and clever song. I think it really encapsulates what each of us four individuals offer, and also shows what we can do together. So thank you, judges.
Well, congratulations again. Amazing. And that does mean, unfortunately, one member of Storytellers and Catalyst will have your time on the shot. Canada versus the US end today.
Yeah, that's a preference.
But I tried
That's
it and I'm like,
somebody's preference.
but at least that's a songwriting note. At least that's an idea that's like, yo, you could have done something different or more interesting here. Because to me, songwriting is lyrics, melody, and chord progression, not drums and synth and mix, and all of that is production. And I think if you're being judged on the writing, it should be just the writing. And I think because of the different experiences that different people have had throughout this competition, like in other teams besides ours, obviously you and I have had the exact same experience the whole time, but because of the other people's reactions and stuff about like, oh, they want every song to be fast, or, oh, we need to make sure it's fully produced, or, oh, you know what I mean? Like because of these extra elements, we are all influenced by that idea. Like, oh, they want this and we need to do this. And
well, I'm really curious to know what happens when we get to the individual sessions.
All right, we've got Storytellers with us right now to have a chat. Josh, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I think I'd feel comfortable coming out and saying you guys were very much my second favorite song today, and it was somewhat close. The other song was a real standout, to be fair, but it was quite clear for us you guys had the makings of a very impressive song, but that it needed quite a lot of work, and it really needed work in the details to the melody. There was a lot of attempts at vocal acrobatics, some successful, some not. The resulting effect is a melody that sort of moved so much that it was hard to memorize certain parts of it. Having said that, we all agreed that there was something special there. So it was tricky for us, but obviously there has to be two teams in the bottom. So don't think of this as a loss. Think of this as something to build on. That's all I really have to say.
Teresa, any quick comments, questions, concerns?
Yes, pretty much the same as Josh. I feel like if we took every section of the song and kind of shaped it, I think you do have the bones and of the making of a really great song. I really do. I think obviously, the vocals always could use work. I've never done a demo that haven't had vocals needed to be changed. It's just doesn't happen. So take this and build upon that. And as Josh said, it was the second best song, in my opinion as well. And CJ absolutely loved it. So it must have something special.
Well,
It
speaking of
does.
CJ, this was your best song. Do you have any kind of questions for the group while we've got them here?
I don't necessarily think that this group couldn't have been the favorite song of the day. I'll concede a little bit and say that perhaps some of the choices weren't the best. And I did say, as I've always said, the competition is about choices. I'll concede that. But I think that this is my favorite song of the day.
And Kay, did you have any questions that you wanted to ask storytellers?
Maybe if you guys can share with me the roles that each one of you guys played while creating this song would be awesome.
Adam, who did what?
Who did what? So, well, I think we dived right into the song. Danielle gave us a really good start with some early sort of melody and some chord progressions that allowed us to just sort of get right into the structure. So that was really good. I think we all worked on the concept and how to get the idea across. I think we worked on that really well. I mean, I think everybody had something to contribute to that. Danielle did the sort of the producing recording piece. So she was the one, she put together the sort of our scratch track so that Ellie could do some vocals and some guitars. There were some light guitars on there. So we as a team really leaned very heavily, I think, on those two for sure to sort of get you the finished product after we had done the songwriting piece. So they both did a great job at kind of keeping us onto the schedule. And so, I mean, we're limited in terms of the time and then what we can do in terms, like, not everybody could hop on the recording necessarily, and certainly not from the beach in Tulum. But so, we have to, rely on members of the team to do those things. And we've kind of taken turns in different weeks to do that sort of stuff. So that was great. Any specific questions or other questions?
I think that's it. Oh, CJ?
I have a question. Donna, who will you be bringing back in with you?
Who will I be bringing back in with me? Man, that's always the tough question. So I am going to bring in Monizy and Danielle. And only because I just don't know how I would pick anyways. So anyhow, there you go.
Fair. Alicia, you're free to go. And the other three of you, will see you shortly.
I want to say thank you so much for all the feedback today, guys. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much, James. I'll see you guys.
Good job.
Thanks.
Thank you, Cece.
Get down to business, have a quick chat. We are going to start off with Judge Kay Parker. Questions, comments, concerns, Kay?
I think you guys did a great job. We're just getting to the point in the competition where strengths are really coming out and we're looking at the finer details of every single song that's being created. I loved the melody. It was great. Like I said, it reminded me of the Peppers, and I loved the throwback to the feels of when I was in the 90s and early 2000s. And yeah, I'm good. I'm solid.
Thank you.
Teresa, anything you want to ask the group?
How did you guys come up with your song? Did you start with a chord progression, or did you write lyrics first and then come up? I know it was probably a really fast production, but can you tell me a little bit of how you guys started the process?
Well,
The very, go ahead, Justin.
No, go ahead.
The very, very beginning, we started off I think Megan started kind of singing a lyric because we started right with the fortune cookie line, and she just kind of started riffing on that, and we started to getting right into the pre-chorus with a melody line almost immediately. And the other thing that happened right at the very front was Vincenzo had this ukulele riff that he happened to already have, and he kind of played it, and it gave us a feel. And so that kind of gave us the vibe for the song of what direction we wanted to go in.
Okay, so you guys did melody, then chord progression, and then lyrics.
I think the melody and chord progression kind of came together, and then the
Yeah.
lyrics what happened after.
Lyrics. I feel like lyrics and melody came together at certain parts of the song as well.
Yeah.
All right, CJ, we'll wrap it up with you. Any quick comments?
I only have one question.
Go for it.
Bobby, who are you bringing back in with you to see us?
I'm bringing in Justin and Vincenzo.
Okay, we'll see you shortly.
Can I raise a point that seems to be a recurring theme in all of the feedback that we've just heard, but also that was said to us when they spoke before? It seems like her decision to make it an incredibly collaborative, team-focused thing, and she's still doing it here and highlighting how it was team, that ultimately was a decision and a choice, as you say, CJ, that she made. And so, you know, the fact that the song was not that great and it came about because of decisions she made, this could be a case where the leader needs to fall on their sword. Just putting it out there.
I agree with what Josh is saying. And I also would like to point out that she said, for efficiency purposes, we're just going to get Justin to do everything. So it kind of sounds to me like they just put everything on Justin. And now she's like, well, let's bring Justin in. And it's like, well,
I'm sorry, Kay. No, go ahead. Finish your
no,
thought.
I was just saying, I just think it's not, I do remember somebody making a comment saying that maybe his voice wasn't right for the song, but if he was being told by the team leader for efficiency purposes, it's kind of like they didn't give the vocals enough attention or time needed, or given maybe other people an opportunity to be like, well, maybe my voice would have been a little bit better for this song. So can I sing it? But they're more about like efficiency. If let's get everything moving and fast, and they could have maybe delegated, thank you, the time a little bit differently, so that they made sure that maybe one person was going to do the vocals and do it right, the lyrics, do it right. And so I agree with Bobby.
As far as the order of members who contributed the most to the least in the task, Bobby ranks the four members as follows. Megan, number 1. Most keeper of the lyrics and large portion of the melody line, also recorded additional vocal leads as needed. 2, Justin. Production, also contributed melody line for chorus and some lyrics. 3, herself. Leadership in fleshing out the theme and direction, larger sections of keeper lyrics. And Vincenzo, 4. Inspired ukulele riff, participated in overall writing and harmonies.
I'm not surprised by Vincenzo being in the 4th position. The 2 times that I've hosted this season, Vincenzo hasn't appeared to add much of anything. And that was what I was originally going to say when we were having this discussion. So I don't know how valuable he is. I haven't actually, as I say, I've spent 2 of these sessions with him now, and I don't see anything that he's brought to either of those songs. So that's another potential.
As for the reason why Vincenzo was put in the last position, Bobby said Vincenzo participated fully, but the majority of his contributions did not make it to the final version because his lyrics were not as advanced as the group was looking for in the moment.
Which is ironic because he said he tried to give an idea that nobody liked, but the idea that nobody liked was the idea that the judges didn't like.
Yeah.
So it's just a mindfulness to be like, well, we don't know what his ideas were, and maybe if they listened to his ideas, maybe the song would have turned out completely different.
Welcome back, guys. As you know, it is no easy task to eliminate an artist, let alone 2. So Teresa, I'm going to go to you. Can you please share what ultimately made the decision for the judges today?
So ultimately, we're looking at work ethic and contribution, collaboration, how well you contributed, to the team and to yourself, and for your team. Ultimately, the strength of knowledge, whether it be lyrics or chord progressions and of course the technical aspect of songwriting. So any of that is basically what we based everything upon.
Okay. Teresa, do me a favor. Please tell me who is leaving Storytellers today.
The person that is leaving Storytellers today is Monizy.
Okay. Monizy, stand by. Are you guys ready to hear the news, Catalyst?
Yep.
No.
All right. Josh?
But let's go.
All right. Today, we made the decision to send home Bobby. Now, we made this decision ultimately for different reason than we make decisions usually. We saw that you made a lot of choices, but as CJ always says, this is a competition about choices. And you made potentially, or perhaps some not great leadership decisions. And for that reason, we are sending you home on the basis of your leadership. I will say, Vincenzo, it was almost you. And it's important that everyone hears this. We need you to step up next week. And we want to see you contribute more to your groups in future song sessions. So this was a tough one for us, but we wanted everyone to understand why it was tough. Thanks, guys.
We appreciate the contributions of all artists that participated in the season. It has been wonderful having you ladies with us. And most certainly would have you back at any moment. Thank you for being with us for this season.
Is Monizy still here?
Yep.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay. I just want to add that ultimately and I know you're in Mexico, and I don't want you to think that you've been eliminated because you're in Mexico, but rather possibly making it happen any way you possibly can. Even though possible internet issues, take the information, go offline, contribute and collaborate, and then go back online when you can, right? So ultimately, just try to make it happen. Make it happen any way possible. And that I hope you take for the rest of anything in your life. Just make it happen because you can. Yeah.
Thank you. I really I tried today. I think our team was really strong. I was like, man, I'm going against, our whole team was really competitive. I gave as much as I could lyrically. The other weeks I've given instrumentally, I've given vocally. This week I couldn't do any of those two, and last week I mentioned that I wouldn't be able to do that this week. So I was just trying to give it into it lyrically, but with the competition, I saw that it was tough. So
do you think you leaned
too heavily to do that?
Monizy, do you think you leaned too heavily on your teammates today?
I think we all contributed lyric-wise. We saw that the song could have been simple without having to have all of us go into it vocally and instrumentally. I wasn't trying to go in and be like, well, let me do voice on this with a voice memo when everybody else had recording stuff.
Right.
At the beginning, Wi-Fi wise, yes, but once I got Wi-Fi, I don't think I was relying on them in that way. Yes, I was asking for help and apologizing in the sense of that I'm here. I think with their teams beforehand, before we got into this team, they also had other people traveling. So I didn't see that as much of a thing. But yeah, compared to what everybody else gave today, I saw that I was not the strongest. I understand.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Bye.
All right. Thank you guys so much. We are left with the top 10, and we will see you guys next week on The Shot Canada versus USA. We'll see you then.